All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to our live stream here on the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. We're going to be watching Jurassic Park tonight. Not here physically on our channel. You won't be able to see it on our channel, but I hope you guys have your copy ready to go, whether it's a DVD, Blu-ray, digital copy, VHS, I don't care, whatever it is. I hope you got your copies ready. We're going to start in a few minutes. I just want to make sure everybody's getting on the same page here. You all have your copies ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to set it up so that we all hit play at the same time and we can kind of all chat together, have a good time, watch along together. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be fun. I have the live stream chat going over on the side so I can see it. So as you guys are typing, you guys have already gone nuts over there, so I can't even catch up already. But I see a lot of cool people here. It looks like we've got Jurassic Dave, Genozoic Artist. Who else we got here? Stephen Brewer, Corey Anderson, Jay Jurassic. Oh man, Ryson Nelson, Jurassic Mike, Caleb. Did I say that already? Tal, the traveling clat, is here from the Philippines. I guess, right? Is that where you are? Let me know if my audio is okay. I have a different setup running today, so if it sounds good, let me know. Who else we got here? Anybody else? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any comments or anything throughout the movie, go ahead, post them in the chat. We'll talk together. I'll answer any kind of questions you may have. Not that I really have many answers, but we'll talk. We'll talk about theories, what kind of information we're thinking about here in terms of like plot details maybe throughout the rest of the series, how things may be tied together, any kind of lingering questions you may have had, thoughts on the different paddocks for the dinosaurs, whatever it may be, the music, I don't care. I am ready to talk about all of those things. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm ready to do this. I have, as we waste some time here for some more people, share this around, by the way. Get this thing shared out there. Just in case, you can visit our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com. My background keeps showing up. My hands are like making too much of a fuss here. But go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Find all of our stuff there. Our social media channels, Jurassic Park Pod, over on Twitter. I'm forgetting where we are. Where are we? What is happening right? I'm just in a room by myself talking to myself. That's that is what it is. Instagram. Jurassic Park Podcast, Facebook. Oh, by the way, our Facebook community, we've kind of like rebranded it a little bit, but we have the Jurassic Park Podcast community over on Facebook. So if you guys want to join up in that Facebook group over there, just search for the podcast and answer the two questions we got. Who is a host or contributor? You can say me. You can say whoever else. Jay Jurassic's here. You can say Tal. You can say whoever you want. And then also who is an actor from the movie. So that's pretty easy. You guys know who that is. Anyway, like I said, share this around Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. Get this thing rolling because I want everybody to hit play at that same exact time so we can all watch together. I'll give you my commentary. I don't know how interesting that's going to be, but I've got my Tal. I'm laughing at Tal's comment. He's got it loaded up at 140p. Oh wait, I hope you don't mean like the time PM or something, but like 140p. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. But I understand. I got my Jurassic Park mug here from Universal Orlando. I love this mug. I also have my water ready to go. This is very boring for you guys, but I got my Baby Yoda water Tervis here, and I have a whole bunch of merch. From Jurassic Park that I'm going to kind of just go through as the movie's going on. I have so much fun stuff here. I've got like field guides. I've got CDs. I'm not going to give it all away. I've got books. I've got toys. I've got everything here just in case we have nothing to talk about and we want to showcase some fun stuff. But yeah, get around the TV, get around the computer, whatever it is. We're going to go ahead and get started pretty quickly here. Just want to make sure everybody is all set. If you do get sidetracked at any point in time, it's all right. Just listen to where we are. I'll kind of update you sporadically throughout the throughout the live stream here so we know exactly what's going on. But yeah, if you guys get off track, just go ahead and restart the thing. No big deal from wherever we are. Ask me. I'll even, if you're in the chat and you say like, hey, where are we? I'll go ahead and give you the timestamp so you can kind of cut ahead to wherever that is. I'm sure I'm probably going to be quoting this movie nonstop because anytime that I watch it like on the couch or whatever, I'm quoting it like nonstop. So yeah, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be how long is this movie? Like 2 hours? I'm gonna be here with you guys for the next 2 hours talking about Jurassic Park. It's been a little while since I watched the movie, gotta admit. But we're gonna be doing this for all the movies. So if you like what you hear, if you're watching this back at a later date, you can go ahead and do that as well. Just hit play along with us. But yeah, we're going to be doing all the movies. So we'll, follow this one up. I'm going to see if I can do this next week, weekly here for the time, for the next, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks. So, we'll be doing them all one after the other. And I even want to do Battle at Big Rock because I think that would be a fun one. So where we're going to start in this movie is, so I don't know what kind of introductions your film has, whatever medium you're watching it on, but we're going to be watching it straight from the old Universal logo, the old spinning Earth that kind of just rotates a little bit, and you hear the chirping of the forest, the jungle out there. So it's that very, very moment, that first moment of the movie. There's no introductions or credits or anything like that. It's just literally from that first moment of the old Universal logo. I don't know, maybe some have the new one and then the old one. I don't really know what yours has, but literally that first moment from the old one. But yeah, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cue mine up. All right. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to do this? I've wasted enough time. I figured I'd give you guys about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead. I shared it already, but if you guys want to continue sharing this, and let's do it. Let's do this. I do have it kind of queued up in my program so that just in case I want to showcase some audio, I'm not going to really put a lot of audio in there just because it is a live stream and we don't want to get hit with any copyright stuff. So I will sometimes sporadically throw it in there. So guys, are you ready? I know I already asked that. I feel like I need like that guy from like wrestling or something. Like, are you ready to rumble? I guess to watch Jurassic Park. What am I doing right now? I haven't even started the movie. All right. I am watching it digitally. So mine starts at 000. So I am starting at the very beginning of this movie. And yeah, you guys are watching it Xbox One. We got Tal watching it in 140p. So he's like, it's like literally like, this big or something like that. You guys seem to be ready. I'm seeing a lot of readies in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, play. We're not playing yet. That's not the button. But I'll do that again. 3, 2, 1, play. And then you hit the play as I say play. And then we're going to go ahead and watch this movie together. So I'll try to pay attention to the chat as much as I can. And we'll take it from there. But yes, in my mug is coffee. So this, like I said, this is going to be going for a little bit. I'm drinking some coffee. Thank you so much to Jurassic Souls for the super chat. Thank you so much. You make this all possible. So let's do this. It seems like a lot of you are ready. So I think I'm going to give that countdown. If you guys are ready, I'm giving that countdown. All right? It's exciting. I feel like I've never seen the movie before, and I'm going to hit play, and we're going to watch it all together like a trailer reaction or something. But let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so the globe is spinning. I hear the chirping. It's just, I love this old Universal logo, especially with nothing on it. There's no like bum 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 like that big like fanfare. It's just so so simple. Oh man, it's so good. Universal Pictures presents. Oh man, it's still funny because like I don't know if yours is doing this as well, but the title sequence is very like shaky. It's like so old school. It's just very shaky. Um, I'm gonna actually go ahead and throw some audio in here because I want you guys to hear this as well. This sound design here in this movie is just incredible. Like it's so terrifying from the start. There's no music just yet. You just hear the trees and the crackling and all that stuff. It's so good. And then of course the cues from John Williams roll in there. Man, that's good. But so I don't know if you guys listened to the recent episode that we had about our top 5 favorite moments in the series. Well, we talked a lot about. No, sorry, we're not showing the video. That's with the rights and everything like that, copyrights, that wouldn't happen. It was all about hitting play at the same time. But this moment with the Raptor pen, where have you guys assumed that this Raptor's coming from? I really kind of want to know what you guys are thinking when it comes to this Raptor cage that they're pushing into this pen. I know where I think it comes from, and I think a lot of people kind of agree on this, but man, look at that shot of Muldoon's back end. It's just like they focus on it with those socks, the high socks. Oh, I totally thought a dinosaur was going to come through that trees in the beginning, you know? I think that's what they're kind of letting you believe. Joffrey's raising that gate. So this is something I never really understood, is why, when that raptor runs, why does the cage move? Like, I never really understood that. Why does the cage, like, just roll back a little bit and allow Joffrey to fall in or get eaten here? Oh, I gotta put some, what do you call it? I want to put some subtitles on this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Bob Peck, amazing actor, screaming, "Shoot her!" Oh, those calluses on Joffrey's hand. Oh, man. It's great. What a transition to this, like, this man just in a suit, wearing a suit in the middle of the jungle at an amber mine in the Dominican Republic, just being pulled on a tiny raft. It's so funny. And for the longest time with this introduction of Donald Gennaro here, I don't know about you guys, but I always thought he was wearing the wrong pants in this introduction. It was kind of one of those things where I was like, I feel like he is wearing different pants in the version that I saw originally. But I think that comes from the fact that he's wearing shorts later on, I guess. So I always thought he was wearing like the wrong clothes in this scene when it came on VHS. Which, speaking of, well, where's my screen here? We got that VHS right here. Look at this thing. Original VHS, I think. Is this mine? I don't even know. This might not be mine. I just like collect all this old junk, They want Alan Grant. Grant, they don't ever get him out of Madonna. I don't know. So I talked about the Lost World and the styling of the packaging and stuff like that. This is another fantastic one as well. So simple. That shot of Grant, wherever it is right there. So good. Oh, the score. The choir. I know Caleb can attest to how awesome the choir is here. Like the choral like arrangement there is just so good, so haunting. I'm not gonna do it because that sounds great to you guys, I'm sure. Yeah, Jurassic Dave, you didn't notice about the divorce talk there in that scene. It is something that kind of subtly, goes under the radar, especially for anybody who may have been younger at that time. We it kind of went over my head too. But when you come to realize that these movies, this entire series is all about family, um, it's brilliant and it ties in. And there's always like a divorce or a relationship issue. It's so good. Sing it, yeah. No, Caleb, my singing was enough. I'm hitting them notes. Oh, this is great. I love having you guys in the chat along with me. Like this you know what I love about this scene here at the dig site when they're all surrounding this computer. Despite the fact that technology is just so ancient, and the fact that they have cardboard around this computer so they can see it and it's not glaring, it's hilarious. I don't even know if I noticed that that was cardboard. I probably did, but it's just hilarious. But what I love about this sequence with the entire cast here and even the background people is their style works today. Like, right? Doesn't it? Like, I wear Alan's outfit like all the time. I feel like all of those people, I'm wearing their clothes almost every day. Like the glasses, that dude with the glass, like all the big rim glasses like this, and the guy with the huge sunglasses, it just works so well today. Even the word raptor means bird of prey. That doesn't look very scary. Oh my god, I gotta stop. 6-foot turkey kid. Guys, look, it's Owen Grady. Introducing Owen Grady for the first time ever. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know that theory? Have you heard that theory before? That this kid is Owen Grady? Also, I don't know about you, but I definitely had like a shirt like that kid when in the 90s. Absolutely had probably that exact shirt. That's when the attack comes, not from the front, but from the sides. I just I just love quoting this movie, guys. And this is another one where, the sound design is so good because there's just his voice and listen to the wind in the background.
Like a razor on the middle toe.
I can sing that.
Bite your jugular like a lion,
It's so good. Yeah, this speech is life. Young Owen. This is where he gets his respect for the dinosaurs. But like how terrifying is that for a kid to be talked to and told that this thing would rip apart your body and spill your intestines? Like horrible. Now, guys, I want to get your opinion here. Are they romantically involved? Now, I think this is relatively simple. My answer has always been yes. They are romantically involved, tangled up. They are a couple. They are together. I've heard from so many people that believe that they're not, that they were never a couple, and that they were just close together, just talking about relationship stuff, but not actually together. Um, I don't understand that viewpoint personally, but I think they're a couple. They're definitely a couple. So I think that's without them being a couple, so many of the plot points throughout the rest of the film almost don't make much sense. But yeah, I think they've always been a couple. So I see a lot of people saying yes, yes, yes. Babies smell a couple. Yes, they are. No, DJ Craig there says no. And oh, so DJ Craig says not in the book. Well, yeah, the book in the movie completely different. We don't really compare the two. You know, you can't really talk about the book and the movie at the same time and kind of make them work. They don't jive together. So in the book, they're completely different age ranges too. And in the movie, which I think that comes from Steven himself, made them this similar age here so that they could be romantically involved. So I think when it comes from Steven, you know, pretty much you can kind of, you know, say that's the end point right there. So friend zone. Rice and Nelson says friend zone. I think not. So John Hamm, like what is the timeline of this movie? Because I don't know, to be honest. I assume like I assume that it's like the next day, but like I guess not because he's still wearing the same clothes, but they've changed. But they've also traversed like an entire ocean. Like I love looking at the stuff in the background of the scene. It's just so 90s and it's so lived in. It feels so real. You're the top minds. A wee testimonial. Yeah, I know. I like the entire thing takes place. I could tell like from the time they get to the island, but as far as from this moment to the Brachiosaurus scene, what is that timeline? Like, is that hours? Because it does. I mean, it does get dark, you know, fairly quick or whatever, I guess. But like, to think about it being just one day is kind of mind-boggling because like they're here, they're already at a dig site, already digging. He shows up, they somehow get changed, wash up because they got dirt all over them, get changed, go to an airport, take a helicopter. Wait, no, they took a jet because he's got a jet standing by, and then they took a helicopter to an island, and then traversed an island, got to the Brachiosaurus, did a tour, and then it's night. Is that one day? I don't know. And I know a lot of people like to point out this that there's no. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. So it's a day. Jay Jurassic saying a day or two before. Jurassic Dave saying like a day or so. Um, but yeah, I'm basing it off the fact that he has the same clothes on, or just it's his outfit's only white suit, like white, nice, comfy clothes. Corey, I love the guy that's like no tip. Like he's like so mad that the driver got no tip. Dodgson, we've got Dodgson here. See, nobody cares. What's with the hat? Oh, you look like a secret agent. Um, Guys, I don't know about you, but I want Lewis Dodgson in Jurassic World Dominion. Now, we cannot have this actor that is in this movie. That is not possible, not in the realm of possibility. You can look that up on your own spare time. But I really want, what's his name? Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk could age up from this guy perfectly. 25 years later, Bob Odenkirk looks perfect for him. And yeah, no mention of Biosyn in this movie or any movie. So to have that introduced would be just incredible. Now I know we talked about not kind of going back and forth with the book and all that, but we just assume, you know, based off the book that this is where Dodgson is from because, you know, they do correspond there. But um Man, how good would it be? Hello, and welcome to the Jurassic Park podcast. Anytime I hear, sorry, I'm just jumping all over the place. Anytime I hear Journey to the Island, I just hear my instant introduction to the show. So you two dig up dinosaurs? Well, we tried to. I hope I'm matching up with what you guys are seeing. Because if I'm not, it's just super annoying. Okay, Titian. Now I know Caleb will also go along with me on this, but the music when Journey to the Island kicks in, you almost don't think about it. How much that score, that track ties into this entire several minute sequence. It's about 7 minutes, I believe, because that's what the song is, I think. But just how well it ties in from the fact that they're just having a leisurely flight, and then all of a sudden they're descending, and it just gets more triumphant and all that, and then they've got this jungle kind of, traversing the island in the jeeps, and then it transitions into the Welcome to Jurassic Park, and it's amazing. I don't know if there's many more iconic shots, but when that helicopter is flying straight at that island, and you got the rock right there, not Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but a big rock jutting out of the water, man, it's so iconic. How lush this jungle is. Oh, it's so good. It's the music, which I don't know if you listen, like I said, to the top 5 moments, but the music tied in so many times to those moments that I was describing. So it's brilliant. And this is one of the best, along with, I think, Malcolm's Journey. And it's all journeys. Why is it Journeying to the Island is the best score? Anytime you're going to an island, that's the best part of the score. How triumphant this Jurassic Park theme is as they're descending, and they're talking. He's got the two female, I believe, is that the female parts that of the seatbelt that he's tying together, and just showing that life finds a way right off the bat, under your noses the whole time. It's brilliant. Shows how just it doesn't matter. He can do whatever it takes to make it happen, and life will find a way. But look at this, the iconography of this movie, from the helicopter to the polo shirts, the pink shirt and belts, the khakis, the outfits, the jeeps, everything about this movie is so iconic. It's just incredible. Personally, I love the park attire. The park elements of this movie are stellar. And the park attire is one of those elements. It's just looking at these workers, these island workers. There are so many employees on this island. Are those guys just standing at those gates all day long waiting for somebody to come in, and they hit the buttons? And all that stuff's automated these days, at Jurassic World. If they're not convinced, I'm not convinced. Hammond just being such a smart aleck to Donald Gennaro, but flying all over that vehicle. It's so funny. Tal, here comes the greatest, best scene in movie history. I can't deny that. I think it's one of the best, and this movie has several of the best moments in movie cinema. It's without a doubt one of the best. Just that, listen to the music again. The same track. It's still going. turning Ellie's head just to look, and she's got the most hip sunglasses I've ever seen. There's the Brachiosaurus, guys. I see it. Do you see it? Ah. Just enjoy that for a second, you know? You don't need to hear me talking. Now, it's a dinosaur, guys. It's the first one that we are seeing the full dinosaur here. And what do you think? You know, seeing this so many years later, does it hold up to you? Is it still realistic? I think definitely. Yes, it still works. But in terms of how good the Brachiosaurus actually looks, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy, but I think with kind of those rose tinted glasses, it looks great. Like there's no doubt about it. I've got my Mattel Brachiosaurus right here next to me, and just seeing those two, I've actually never like witnessed them both at the same time like that. That's awesome. They look great. But like I said, after all these years, it's definitely not up to par. And I think you can say that about a few different scenes in this movie. Look at that bug on Ellie's shoulder. Never noticed that. Hey, what's up, Sam? Welcome, guys. We're almost there. Yeah, and Caleb says I still imagine it how I saw it for the first time. And yeah, I mean that's really how I think all of us see it. Is it doesn't matter. It's like, and the moment when they pan out and you see the two Brachiosaurus and all the Parasaurolophus, like, and that's an underrated dinosaur in this movie, is all those Parasaurolophus. That's the most amount of dinosaurs we get in this movie is Parasaurolophus, and we never talk about that. Like, it just looks so good. And one of the underrated things about that scene as well is the fact that there's birds flying around. It's such a subtle detail, but it really helps sell the realism of that scene. I'll show you. Same music here, guys. Same score. And when they pull up to the visitor center, my God, like there are so many people working on it. There's people, like, obviously this is for the tour here to sell this island, to make it an official thing. Look at Gennaro in his shorts. So they have everybody ready and waiting. But just look at how many people are working on this island. Like, it's hilarious. Oh, there goes my mic. Sorry. Like, look, it's unpainted. Like, it's not finished painting. Everything is unpainted here. Like the ceiling. Like, guys, get to it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but they're now entering the Mr. DNA. Where did you come from? From your blood. They're entering that room, and I want that ride. I know it may be boring to some, but like, I want that ride in a theme park. To relive that moment would be just mind-blowing. To see this spiel and see Mr. DNA explaining dinosaurs, it would be a killer attraction. I don't think there's any doubt about it. John, that hurt. So here we have the introduction of human cloning, guys. Right here in front of your eyes. Coming to life now, in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Man, it's so good. So yeah, depending on our versions that we are watching, they may run a little faster or slower. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, and I've who said that? I just saw it in the chat there. Oh, Charity. JP's version of the Carousel of Progress. Exactly. That is exactly what I want. Now, Carousel Progress has this long history that makes people still go to it. Not as much as a lot of the other attractions, but people do still frequent that ride. But I don't know. I think with the added sell of Jurassic Park, I think people would do this to relive a moment from the movie. Would be amazing, and to see the rest of the tour, to see animatronic humans, like that would be so killer if there was animatronic humans working on dinosaurs, seeing the dinosaur hatch. Man, it would be so cool. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get to that Genozoic artist when we in like 5 weeks. But like the fact that Maisie had on a DNA shirt is fantastic. Yeah. Sophisticated techniques. How are they getting blood from that? Like it's not even penetrating the mosquito. I have no clue how that's happening. Wow, Charity, last month Carousel Progress had a 45-minute wait. When did you go? Wow. I went in January, I think. Was it January or February? I don't know. But I just walked on. Sorry, I'm sorry. There's a little. But like I love virtual reality displays. Now that's some Carousel Progress stuff right there. Now, it's so it's so cool that this movie works with a cartoon moment in the middle or in the, beginning portion of this movie. Just a full cartoon rendering with no realistic humans or anything like that. It's just cartoons. And it works. It works so well. And of course the tour moves on. There's a great big beautiful dinosaur park. Looky here. Now, could you imagine this? Like, there's Dr. Henry Wu right there. Here's the auto erotica. No. I love how John just is like no. Doesn't even like enunciate. And honestly, the worst theme park attendants ever. Look at them. They're breaking the attraction. What are you doing? It's kind of a ride. What are they doing? They're like together breaking the attraction. And Gennaro's like, "Can they do that? Can they? No, they can't do that. They're riding a ride and they broke it. Now they got to get a technician out here to fix it because they broke the harness. Which why do you need a harness? Carousel Progress does not like is there like a roller coaster at the end of this thing? Cuz is there a seatbelt on this thing? Yes, I did know that Colin Trevorrow voiced Mr. DNA in Jurassic World. So I want to talk to you guys about this. Me and Aaron were talking about it. There's so many things that parallel to this episode with this movie. The last episode, Aaron talked about the book kind of showcasing plastic eggs, and it's uh, such a weird sci-fi thing to have these dinosaurs bred more more like created instead of bred, I guess. And I think the choice here to have them in realistic eggs and popping out of real eggs makes for a much more natural moment and a much more believable moment. Could you imagine if they carted out a bunch of like see-through plastic eggs? It would have really felt sci-fi. This movie doesn't necessarily have like too much of a sci-fi vibe to it, but when you do see like but if it had those plastic eggs, it definitely would have been like, whoa, what's going on here? And then Malcolm would have been like, so you cart them in plastic eggs, and then a whole different conversation would have happened. Oh, you've engineered them that way, huh? This baby raptor is like literally one of the cutest things ever. Like I really want to hold it in my hand. I've always wanted to hold this baby raptor in my hand and clean it off with like a tissue. Look at him. It's so good. So there's a lot of, you know, dialogue here. That's why I'm kind of like a little silent. But the the conversation around the the sex of the dinosaur and the reproducing of the dinosaurs and all that, it is slightly vague in this movie, and with also with the lysine contingency and stuff like that. There's always questions around this stuff from the movie, and it's not like the book really is very concrete on a lot of those things, and we're just kind of stuck with life finds a way. Like that's really what this movie hinges on so much is life just finding a way. They figured it out. It just happened. He's using Lysol wipes. Remember those? Remember those when they were in stock? Now, guys, we're at the Raptor paddock here. Again, like I talked about the iconography of this movie, and this Raptor paddock is exactly that. It is iconic. Like the set design here is just brilliant. It just looks so incredible. And this is one of those details I kind of wanted to talk about. What I kind of brought up earlier when the Raptor was being transported is, what is your thought process behind that Raptor being transported? Where do you think it came from? Why do you think there are just 3 Raptors in this like, how is that safe? I've even heard people say that there's only 1 Raptor in this paddock, which I never believed. I don't think you could ever believe that. But apparently. They should all be destroyed. But so as far as I know, the Raptor that's being brought in from the crate in the beginning of the movie, I know it to be true that this Raptor is being brought from its paddock, which is out somewhere near the T-Rex paddock. And they kind of describe it in this sequence that, they were being very dangerous and killing each other. They killed but the rest of these 3 or whatever. And they had to move them to somewhere safe. We originally bred 8. Took over the pride, killed all but 2 of the others. So I think that they were creating a little bit of havoc out in their pen, their actual Raptor paddock, attacking the fences, probably destroyed the fences. So they ended up moving them to a more secure location where they can keep an eye on them. And it is kind of crazy that they decided to just throw, like, they're killing each other all out in the other paddock. But they're like, let's just put all 3 in this tiny paddock. So later on, when they actually find the eggs, it makes a lot of sense, because it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense when you're watching the movie. You're like, oh, they just came across some Raptor eggs. And then you're like, what? Why? Is it because they got out, but they literally just hatched eggs? What's going on there? But no, it's because that was their paddock. Maybe they brought all the dinosaurs back, the Raptors back, but they didn't notice those eggs in between the trees. So now we're at just such an iconic moment. And moments like this pretty much don't exist in film today. So you get these nice subtle moments, dialogue between characters, just relying on conversations. No music, no action, just intellectual conversations. And I love the images on the back walls. Yeah, Charity, I wish we could see more of those slides. Now, oh man, this is such a good scene. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to compare my my Mattel plug, Mattel Ian Malcolm. You want to sell it? I gotta check out his pants. I need to see what his pants look like because I feel like this figure is just like all one color. Now I know he's wearing black, but I don't know if there's different like tones of black or what. And yeah, we need complete art books for each movie. So the closest thing that we do have to that, I would say, is like this, the making of Jurassic Park. And I showcased the other one the other day, The Lost World. It has I don't know if you can see, but it has so many brilliant. Let me see if I'm actually getting this on the screen. But yeah, it has so much brilliant art in here. And like, honestly, this might be like something that's on the screen, like stuff like this, you know, just throwing up these slides in the background. It's so good. Like seeing all the creations there. You got the Triceratops, got all the outfits. You got the see, look, oh, the baby trike. Oh man. Baby trike that never made it into the movie. Dinosaurs and Man. Such a good book. So if you guys do not have this, I don't know how easy or hard it is. Like, here, oh man, like look at this. I don't believe it. Like, look at this art that's in here. Like, my God, that is brilliant. I know it's the light is shining on there, but we got storyboards too. Look at that. How great is this? You know, you get actual storyboards in the book. It's just such a brilliant buy. So please go find The Making of Jurassic Park by Jody Duncan and Don Shea. Kids. And as far as this character moment goes from that scene, I really want stuff like that from the cast in Dominion. Hopefully we get that. Not too close to the cars, guys. Stephen Brewer just found the book at a thrift store for less than $6. Man, killing it there. That's incredible. Interactive CD-ROMs. You know, I don't care. That's still cool. I'm gonna ride with Dr. Sattler. But yeah, these cars are brilliant. Like I don't care. Like I know our cars are way more technologically advanced and all that these days with touchscreens and everything. But these touchscreens just look amazing, and I still love them, and I still want it. And to be honest, any touchscreen that I've ever had in a car is just the worst. I don't know about you guys, but it's like the worst, and I don't like it. If you're trying to drive and like hit a touchscreen, it doesn't work. It never works for me. Oh, Thrift Books website. Okay, check out Thrift Books. Somebody message Clayton. Tell him to join us. I mean, I could text him, I guess, but And yes, Mattel, we do need explorers. These vehicles are so iconic. Are we 40 minutes in already? Oh my god. 40 minutes in already. So one of the things that bums me out a little bit about Jurassic World is the fact that they did not get this opening of the visitor center correct. So seeing it in that past scene there with all the different levels and the water and all that, it just really didn't come to life in Jurassic World. I love all the computer systems here in this control room. So many TVs all over the place. There's Dennis Nedry's working over there. You got other computer technicians working around. And such an underrated, actor in this film is Samuel L. Jackson. Like, he's one of those guys that I feel like I still see it constantly, that people are like, he's in that movie? I totally forgot. But, like, he's so iconic. I love how tense John Hammond is. He's like, he's breathing heavily. He exhales like a lot. He's like, let's hope this works, Let's hope this thing works. Self-driving vehicles going into dinosaur territory, into those epic Jurassic Park gates. So, I know if you listen to the podcast, you've probably heard me say this before, but what was I going to say? Oh, a misconception I've always had is from this moment here with John Hammond saying the voice you are now hearing is Richard Kiley. We've spared no expense. I I always assumed that John Hammond was using some sort of voice, and it sounds so ridiculous to explain this, but I always assumed he was using some sort of voice modulation, like they have in like theme parks or whatever today, that like if you talk, it sounds like Richard Kiley. I don't know why I assume that. I think it's because, the voice you're hearing is Richard Kiley. We spared no expense. And then the next cut is the voice of Richard Kiley talking. So I think I always assumed that John Hammond was sitting at a computer the entire time that this tour is going on, saying, and on your right here, we'll see Dilophosaurus. They're deadly, yet something addition to Jurassic Park. And I don't know why I always assume that. That is so crazy to think. But I did. And it's a misconception I had as a child, and it kind of developed and later on, and I was like, what was I thinking? He was just introducing Richard Kiley. Ugh. Dennis Nedry's desk. He's just got licorice just on the desk, just sitting there. And now he's eating it. Got empty bottles, drinking Jolt. Butterfingers? Yeah, Genozoic artist. It's insane to have a voice like John Hammond's and not use him for the tour. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, to almost like to us, Richard Kiley really doesn't mean, I don't think, anything outside of the fact that he is just the voice in this attraction. I'm sure to many, people that are a bit older than myself might have some sort of ties to him, but like, to me, like John Hammond's voice is iconic, but I think they're trying to do like the whole, like, let's get Jimmy Fallon, like that's exactly what Jurassic World did. They got somebody who's popular, who is somebody that people would recognize. And, that's what, it's just funny that they did that. And they were doing the same thing that people would be like, oh, Jurassic World got Jimmy Fallon. Oh God, but here it is in 1993. Sam, yeah, that desk gives you anxiety. Yeah, I kind of have that anxiety right now because I've got several cups ready to go. I've got like all this this memorabilia on my desk ready to showcase if I need to. So I kind of feel like Dennis Nedry right now. So yeah, this is another one of those moments where you just listen, you know? And of course you've got the this is where I am, guys, by the way. You can hear the audio. But listen to that. Just jungle. And of course, like some sound effects here and there, but just jungle sound effects. It's so good. It's so good. It's something that I don't feel like happens enough, you know, these days in film. Is this moment to just take in the atmosphere and kind of tense up a little bit, to just feel like the emotion of the scene and the scenery, and you know, get in the vibe of those characters without feeling the pressure of and demands of like music. And I love the music, you guys. I love the music, but the absence of music is almost just as good at times. This poor goat. Just chained up. But it makes you think about the facilities that they have. You know, these underground tunnels that are probably everywhere, just like the utilidors in Disneyland and Disney World. Like, oh, I love when he's knocking on the screen here. You do have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Hello? Hello? I really hate that man. We did an episode on the sound, and this was one of those things that lap slapping from Malcolm that is just like just in my head, stuck in my head so much. This like I'm a drummer at heart, so that is something that has always stuck out to me as like a funny thing from this movie, along with like the banana peel slip from Nedry later on. Yeah, Steven, you got to think about the Jurassic utilidors here. Like, that goat just came out of the ground, out of some sort of like, you know, elevator lift, which means that there has to be, you know, something underground, a facility of some sort. And we do know that there are underground, you know, essentially utilidors like catwalks and stuff like that. So just thinking about the scope though is kind of crazy. And I don't know if this is like something that leads from the visitor center all spread throughout the island. We do know that this island is fairly small, hence why it's all destroyed in Fallen Kingdom. But I don't know if it's something that really spreads throughout the entirety of the island, or it's like you have to access the maintenance shed over here to get to this. Probably. That's probably more so the answer. Yeah, Caleb, just like the utilidors in Westworld, it's like, you know, you just, and I love that. Like you just like move a rock or something, and like all of a sudden you're in the utilidors of Jurassic Park. You know, just move a fern. There might be a spotlight and a fern in a planter over here. Just move that, and then you're in a utilidor. And you see one right there in this, you know, the entrance to the maintenance shed there that they go through later on. You just saw a little image of it on the computer screens. But I like that this boat that Dennis Nedry talks to the guy that, you know, later on, it's literally looks like a Barbasol can. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but it makes me laugh. Jurassic Mike mentioning the toilet scene playset that I need from Mattel. I need Donald Gennaro in his khaki shorts and business shirt and like tie and everything, and I need that bathroom so bad. So I need it to just fall apart, break away. Imagine that the T-Rex just bumps into a certain piece on the roof and the entire thing kind of collapses, and it, you know, showcases the guy sitting there on the toilet. How amazing of a toy would that be? And my coffee's gone. Why is the coffee always gone? You know, let's see. Get a little drip of water here. I don't know if this is gonna. Oh, nothing happened. It just literally is just on my hand. Nope. That was a failed experiment. Now my hand's just wet. This trike here is. It's such a shame that Spielberg shot it and killed it. No, but it's just one of the most beautiful and believable animatronic creatures that you could ever see. It's so good. And the way that they blend animatronic and CG in this movie, not that there's really anything going on there, but it's just beautiful how it all works so well together. Like you could have an up close shot of this trike and then later on believe an up close shot of a CG raptor or T-Rex or something. Like it's just beautiful. And a subtle thing that like doesn't get talked about enough is all the dirt that is just on this dinosaur. There's just dirt like ingrained in the crevices of the skin and everything, and that is just realistic. It feels real. It doesn't feel like some sort of glossy skin that they created, just a cover for an animatronic. It feels real. It feels like it's lived in, and it feels like a real animal, like a rhinoceros that you would see, or an elephant that you would see just in the jungle or in Africa or something. Yep, got that. Yep. You guys like Robert Muldoon? What do you think of Muldoon? Do you think he was good at his job? Or not at all? Do you think he's mostly there for the socks? Like, because, like, honestly, that's his uniform, right? Like, he is given that uniform. He's like, what's my sock allocation here? How many socks am I getting? Yeah, so I'm looking at Malcolm here. It looks like that saunter is incredible. But looks like his clothes do match appropriately to each other. But it's just something wrong with this. Maybe it's the fact that it just looks like a bodysuit, like this toy. There needs to be a little distinction in the color, I think. But it just looks like a bodysuit. Like he's going to go to bed or something. He's wearing a onesie with it zipped down. So this is always that moment where like the movie kicks into gear. You know, it really it's nicely paced already. It's been very nicely paced, but it just kicks into gear as soon as that the score chimed in with like the weird noise there, and then like all of a sudden the thunder crackles. It kicks into gear here, and you're like, oh my god. Now we're gonna start getting into some of the great stuff, the really, really juicy stuff. Not that the beginning hour has been not juicy, but like it's just it's that moment for me where I feel like, all right, here we go. We gotta buckle up, we gotta get ready. This movie's about to get crazy. Music the subtitles here says music intensifies. Like Captain says we gotta go, we gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Corey, you used to think that Nedry somehow caused the thunder strike. That's funny. I like that. See, one day I've really want to do a misconceptions episode where we fully talk about everybody's misconceptions from this entire series. because I think there's a lot to discuss there and a lot to debate about and talk about. Yeah, Jurassic Mike getting a little ahead here, but uh, he says, I think Muldoon should have shot the big one instead of saying clever girl. I know. Like, that's what I mean. I don't necessarily think he's great at his job. I think I think he's kind of like a bit of a fool throughout this movie. And that's one of those moments. Instead of turning and shooting at the raptor, he's just like, clever girl. He just says a pun, like a funny line, a one liner, and just gets eaten. So, like I said, when I just said that this movie kicks into gear, um, it's this moment when it just starts raining. You know, you've got the rain. Now it feels like everything is intensifying, and it's incredible. And who said that? Genozoic artist. No, Steven said it. We're not going to talk about the fact that Jaws is playing on Nedry's computer. Yeah, I know. We just kind of glossed over that, but yeah. Everybody have their snacks, Caleb asks. I do have some snacks here. I actually didn't even realize that. They've just been sitting here. But that's not what you don't want to hear me eating. Where's Travis been? Oh, chaos theory. Chaos. Tyrannosaurus spelled wrong. Stegosaurus spelled wrong. Where has Travis been? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's still around. I feel like he's really shown up for the holiday editions recently. But yeah, we got to get some chaos theory back on the show, especially during these times. I think it's perfect, the perfect segment here for these times. Yeah, Benny T, we're almost at the halfway point. We're like what, like 10 minutes or so away, maybe, maybe not even. Um, yeah, and Genozoic artist points out that spared no expense. Expect spell checkers. Um, it's just one of many things that you realize that like, and who knows? I don't know why that happened, but like it's one of those things that just makes you realize that they really didn't know what they were doing when they were setting up this park. And I did an entire episode on the fact that they didn't know how to operate a theme park, and we like analyzed all the theme park elements that they just got wrong, and not from like a production standpoint from the movie, but as far as like John Hammond's standpoint goes when producing a theme park, just so much that they got wrong. Steven, if we sold those holiday albums, I'd buy them. Those holiday segments are some of my favorite things we've ever done. And they're totally improvised from start to finish. It's out of control. I love them so much. You know, maybe I'll share those around this week because people need a good laugh. That might be something fun to do. I know a lot of channels are doing like, um, showcasing holiday films and stuff like that right now. So that would be fun. So this music, guys, I don't know. I know. Look again. I know Caleb probably knows, but um, I don't know if it's something that you've all really checked into or not. But John Williams, little guy, you might know, he did a score for JFK, and there's a track on there. What's the name of that one? The well, yeah, actually, the Conspirators. It The Conspirators. It really sounds exactly like what's going on. There's a conspiracy here and all that to take down this park, kind of, or maybe not even to take down the park, but just to steal this stuff. But if you go to listen to the JFK score, there's a track called The Conspirators, and it is nearly identical to the track that's happening right now under, the one called Dennis Steals the Embryos. It's nearly identical to that, and it's crazy. It's literally crazy. Like, go listen to them back to back. Not right now. Hold on. Wait about an hour, and go listen to them back to back because it's nuts. And John Williams is known to kind of like steal from himself a lot, but this one is just on the nose. It's on the nose, like, incredibly. It's like almost like this version, Dennis Steals the Embryos, was a sequel to The Conspirators. Because this is, I think, the better version is this version. But they're almost the same song. It's crazy how similar they are. But I guess, like, what happens is they end up using temp tracks and stuff like that to kind of, plan out the movie and to edit and stuff like that. And that they probably use that as a temp track. I would actually be interested in lining up the scene with that song from what do you call it, JFK, to see if it syncs up perfectly. That would actually be an interesting thing to do. But exactly, Caleb just mentioned the temp track. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I would be interested to know if that was the temp track there. Because they would use that and then be like, well, Steven's like, could you create something like this? And then John's just like, I mean, I'll just make that. Just redo it. Just differently, slightly differently. Traveling Clat, Tal says, all right, second best scene in cinema history right here. I would put this first in my book, I think. It's a bit longer. It's a bit more historic in terms of the blending of, like I said before, of the real animatronic and the CG. It's another one of those moments, guys. I'm going to kick it in here just in case you're not watching the movie. Just listen to the sound design. It's just rain hitting a vehicle and breathing. And of course, sound effects, stuff like that, and thunder and lightning and all that good stuff. And it's just haunting and terrifying. And one of the things that Steven does best is kind of giving you that scared feeling before actually showing you the animal and letting it reveal itself slowly. And we're entering the bathroom that I told Mattel directly to their ears that we need. So we'll see. And when this view, which is something you would never see today, is this blurry, rain-covered car view of the fence breaking. Like, you see it from inside the car, and it's just like, it's not a crisp, clean view of the fence breaking, but it's incredible. And it doesn't necessarily line up here because the fence is, like, still there. But, man, does that T-Rex look incredible. It looks so good. T-Rex, my God. Benny says, if Rexy ain't as terrifying in JW3 as she is here, I will be very disappointed. I think they did a great job in Fallen Kingdom, showcasing that terrifying T-Rex in the very beginning there. I think they did her a little wrong later in the film, towards the very end. But yeah. Like, I'm sure along with all of you guys, the sound of this Rex, like every sound, every noise it makes, like, I'll just go ahead and make, I'm going to be like that one guy that just has a video on the internet of him making T-Rex noises. The pupil dilating. How is this possible, guys? I don't know. I still don't know. Like, I still don't know how you do that. Like, physically, realistically. Like, think about it, guys. This Rex is still here. We still got her. Over 25 years later, we still got this Rex. Last we saw her, she's if you watch the motion comics, she's being hit with a big block of something from a helicopter running into the woods. Yes, no, Steven, I will not give you a 2-hour track of me doing sound effects. I honestly could, though, because I got them all right up here. Look at there. Oh, there's the planner and the light. It's still there. I thought that was edited out. Is that not edited out? It's still there. Just everything about this scene is incredible. And I just talked about it on that episode, the most recent episode. And thank God there is no music in this. Like, I love Michael Giacchino, but please, no music. No music in scenes like this. Hey, 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 hey. Like, now there's just magically like a tree right there. Like, where did that tree come from that was over on the left-hand side? Mattel, guys, breakaway bathroom. There it is. Complete with Donald Gennaro and toilet. Yeah, Caleb and Tall, you both mentioned no music. Zero music here. Like, today, I don't know why. Is it a studio note or something that it would be like, guys, we need music here. There needs to be bum 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 bum, bum like something big and bombastic and terrifying to set the tone. But it ruins it. It really does. In certain aspects, it ruins it. I'm all for big bombastic tracks, but the fact that this has none is incredible. Oh, you know what? Look at this. I got this old notebook here that is this scene. Look at this. I love this. This is legit an old notebook of mine from 1994. What do I have in here? Look, there's the back. Like, honestly, here's my coloring. This is me coloring in 1994. And then me attempting to draw a T-Rex and then just giving up, apparently. And here's like a tank, I guess. I drew a tank. I honestly don't know what this is. It's just a circle with an arrow through it. An incredibly horrible drawing of a human. I am no artist, guys. Oh, my mom's here, and she remembers this notebook.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, there's Siri.
Could you say it again,
Stop.
please?
No, I won't say it again. I'm sorry. Now I'm stuck on this notebook trying to see what kind of drawings I have in here. Here's a leprechaun. For some reason. And then here's some words that I wrote in cursive. I don't know what this is. What is this? It's like a wolf or like some sort of rat, a cat, a dog with soap on a table. I don't understand it. Yeah, I know, Jurassic Dave. I don't know why I didn't put that in the wire segment intro. Grant saying, "Hang on to the wire," or whatever. But I did not. Mom, are you watching the movie while this is on? What did my mom said? I felt like the worst mother taking you to this movie when this scene came on. I thought I scarred you for life. Little did I know. You did. You scarred me for life. I am here. Doing this. And this is not your book, but this is another one. I still have the original Jurassic Park book, but this is just one I picked up at a bookstore. I wish I knew more about that first time I saw this movie. So, Mom, if you have any insight to when we first saw this movie, please, I would like to know. Dave, you hate that banana peel sound? I I love it. I love the banana peel sound. It's so goofy. It's so goofy, but it's amazing and it makes this scene fun. Yeah, Caleb, another instance where the sound design is incredible here. Oh, look at the colors on the neck of that Dilophosaurus, man. It looks so good. It's mostly hidden. Like you can't necessarily see a lot of the coloring on that dinosaur. But when it turns its neck like that, it's just awesome. And yes, Red Apple says hashtag bring back Dilo JW3. Yes, and I think we're gonna get it, guys. I really do. I think this thing is gonna be back. I don't imagine that Colin would, you know, hold out on us completely in this trilogy here. Oh, right in the eyes, screaming in pain. It says in parentheses. Oh, all right. There goes the can. Guys, Jurassic World Dominion could still show us that can. Please do it. I've talked about it so many times. I really want that can in the introduction of the next movie. And yes, guys, don't yell at me. I know it wouldn't be viable all this time later, but I'm talking about a flashback. Literally kind of like Jurassic Park the game where moments after this, Dodgson and Biosin knew that he was not going to come through, or the person at the boat knew he wasn't going to come through, so they sent in the backup plan, the backup team, and they fetched that can. Just like Jack and Jill fetched that can of DNA. What am I talking about? Like, I have way too many ideas for the introduction of Jurassic World Dominion. Like, way too many ideas. Yeah, Braden, I don't know if the delayed movie will necessarily give us a ton of changes, and especially anything added to the movie. I don't necessarily see that happening. They'd be more involved with probably financial issues than more money to spend and time to create. Yeah, Stephen Brewer. I want somebody to be marching on the island and their foot slips on a patch of mud, and you see the old rusty aluminum can with the faded print, and they don't notice and keep walking. Oh, man. I want somebody to slip, and it makes that banana peel sound in falling in Jurassic World Dominion. He loved us. He loved us. No. Man, Timmy is beat up here. Imagine how terrifying this is. Oh, man. Again, guys, no music just yet, but this is the perfect use of, silent moments and then using the music as impact at the right moment. If they continue with no music while they're descending this tree and the car is coming after them, it wouldn't work as well, right? But the fact that there is music, as soon as it breaks through the trees a little bit more, it really works. Right there, looking at the truck and the music kicks in. And of course, watching this sequence, you can't help but think of Fallen Kingdom too, Kind of comparing the two is, we know it's the same spot, but does it really look like the same spot? Is there something going on there? We do see that there is a big wall of ferns and stuff over there. But we never really got that confirmation of the ravine wall there, right there. And this is one of those things, like that whole like ravine there, that is just a contention among the fan community, but it's pretty. Oh, look at Muldoon sliding all over the place. Guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's got boots on, he's still sliding. Oh, it's so funny. But the ravine there, it's like it's just a matter of there's land here, but there's not land here. It goes down. That's simple as that. I could draw it out for you, but you guys have seen my drawings. Maybe that's what I was drawing. Look, guys. So when it comes to the ravine, this is a dumb joke. When it comes to the ravine, if you look at it here, there's land, and then over here, like the span of the ravine, and you get the retaining wall right here, and then the ravine, it's kind of like that, oh, God. But yeah, Benny says, it's been at least 25 years. I can understand why the old Explorer area looked different. Sure. I mean, that's easily explainable. But the fact that they kind of messed up the visitor center in Jurassic World didn't necessarily look like the same outdoor area, and the fact that they didn't really confirm everything that looked exactly the same in this movie, in Fallen Kingdom, it's just a little questionable. And Steven, you see what I'm talking about, right? With the drawing? Yeah. Totally explains everything. I was doing that back in 1994, explaining this stuff for you guys. It's an impact tremor. And through the trees comes the Rex. Not the best looking reveal there these days. Must go faster. Yeah, you know, the Rex, it definitely looks a little questionable. It looks a bit better in the new Jeep commercial. I mean, it looks good here as the Rex is smashing up against the side, and you get those glowing eyes, man. Those glowing Rex eyes. And like, also, guys, how slow is this Jeep? What did they say? The T-Rex is 32 miles an hour, and this Jeep can barely top 32 miles an hour. And Steven, yes, I'm also thinking of Toy Story 2. You can't help it. Watch Toy Story 2 more than Jurassic Park these days with my kid. So Lincoln has not seen any Jurassic Parks, any Jurassic movie. So one detail I want to check out here, and maybe you guys can take a look. Hopefully we can see it in this version. When they get up to the trees and they're sleeping up in the trees, you can straight up see cargo nets. It's a weird detail, but you can see cargo nets, like, and you can just see stuff. Like, there's stuff in the background. It's a detail that I've only really noticed in theaters. I'm not seeing, I forget where exactly it is, but again, another moment where no score just yet. We'll be impacted by some score. That is not me imitating all these noises here.
Monsters come over here?
They're not monsters, Lex. They're just animals. And these are herbivores.
No, I have driven a Jeep, Jurassic Dave. I have driven a Jeep, but man, that thing is slow. 0 to 60 in 5 minutes. Yeah, I know he's on the gear shifter as well. I think the nets are somewhere around this moment. Yeah, Sam, I've always wanted to climb this tree too. And I've always been so mad that like he throws this claw down to the ground. Like the claw is something that I had as a kid. I did have one. And I was always so mad that like he just tossed it away. Just got rid of it. Do you think he saw us? See, I don't know where it is. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's like later on, but I'm not seeing any cargo nets. Man, that tree looks fun to climb though. And they climbed up so high. Like 30 feet, I guess not that high, but like as tall as like the Brachiosaurus necks. Yeah, it's so weird. There it goes. It's so weird how many of us wanted to be in that tree. Oh, guys, look at that. I don't know if you can see it just yet, but we got some Jurassic Park merch, and there's lunch boxes back there. Now, this one is not exactly the same as those, but I've got my Jurassic Park lunchbox right here for you guys. Oh man, how can I get this in the frame? Look at that thing. I don't know if my mom's still here or not. But there's my name, B Jost, 3B. That was my classroom in 3rd grade. This is my lunchbox. I've had it all this time. Nothing inside, no lunch. But maybe because it's 10:41, there's no lunch in there. But yeah, my legit, real 3rd grade lunchbox. Know a lot of people ask me, like, how long have you been a fan? The whole time. There's my mom. She's still here. Oh, man. The flea circus, guys? I don't know. I'm not going to talk. Just listen. Where's Jennifer? She's with her baby. I know they did watch Jurassic Park today, too, so. Oh, man. I want to quote this. Oh, you remember buying that, Mom? Yeah, Jurassic Dave says, I wondered if the power is out, why are the fans still running? Yeah, I know, right? Why is that happening? I mean, there's still lights in here, right? I forget, like, are backup generators on or something? Because there is lights running, so there is some semblance of power here. Yeah, Steven, Thunder Falls restaurant at Universal Orlando makes me think of this scene every time I walk in. It does feel like that a lot. Candles. No way. Not candles. Are there candles here? I mean, there's candles on the table. But no, that's not the light source. I mean, look at their glasses and her eyes. Like, there's a light source. Kmart is where that lunchbox came from. All you toy hunters out there, if you want to go pick it up, it's at Kmart. I have no Kmarts anymore and anywhere around me. How many of you still want to eat that ice cream? It's over 25 years old at this point, and I still want it. And all that food in the back. Look at that artwork. Okay, there's the cargo nets. Up there in the top left of the tree, you can see cargo nets. Why? It's like supposed to be like leaf covering, but it's just cargo nets. That's hilarious. It's a Vegisaurus. Oh, this Brachiosaurus. So great. I'm here to give you guys all the insights, like all the spots where you can see cargo nets. Look at that big cow. Have you guys seen that animatronic? Like, there's pictures of it floating around like years later, and it's horrifying looking. Oh, so gross. God bless you. The Cargo Net podcast. Oh God, so gross. So gross. Yuck. Okay, guys. So following up my conversation about the Raptor paddock, the actual Raptor paddock is where they are right now. This is the Raptor paddock. Let me actually see if I can do something for you guys. Let me pull up a picture here. What do you call it? Crash McCreary Raptor artwork. There's specifically this piece of art here, which I will open up for you. All right. Let me add an image here. So this would be the Raptor paddock here, and here's this Crash McCrary art that is just exactly what you would have seen. Here it is. Like, here is the three raptors as they're attacking the fences and causing them to, probably trank them and then move them in the crates to the other paddock, the raptor pen, and kind of control them. But instead, they forgot to check for some eggs because they didn't realize life found a way. So that's just, I love that. It's kind of a little bit of backstory, I think, The lysine contingency. Yeah, sorry, I completely missed Malcolm and his like, his thing, his whole thing. You. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, there's power everywhere. So I don't really know. It never really concerned me too much later on because there's power everywhere. They're just shutting it down now. So and look at this, like the cinematography when the lights go out here, and it's just the flashlights are the main source of light. It's so good. So good. It's okay. Look at that. You got system ready. Robert Muldoon doesn't know where the breakers are. Where are they? What? I don't know what's going on here. I told you guys. I told you all about all this stuff, but nobody listened to me. Look at the road. You can see in the back of this Gallimimus Valley, you can see a road. They're very, just tracks. It's all just tracks in the road, but it's still there. Gala. It's so crazy how iconic this valley has become based off of literally just this scene. Like, watching these Gallimimus just flock towards the characters there. To think that when they started this movie, they had no real concept of what they were going to do. with the digital aspects of this, and it's just something that like dawned on them, and they're like, well, I who was it, Dennis Murian or somebody like that's just like, I think we can pull this off digitally, and then we have this like moments like this T-Rex breaking through the trees, sounding exactly like an elephant, just taking down the poor Gallimimus, ripping it apart. And this scene, this section is so iconic with the tree and the valley, and the way that Grant, this is the payoff for the T-Rex scene during the daytime earlier when they were in the vehicles and they're like, T-Rex doesn't want to be fed, it wants to hunt. This is the payoff of that moment. This is literally that saying come to life. It wants to hunt, and that's exactly what it did. It used its instincts, and it snuck up and then just trampled along and just scared the dinosaurs and ate it. Yeah, and Braden mentions Indiana Jones has the same scene as this in the valley with the Indians. Yeah, I mean, even Fallen Kingdom has the same moment too. And they just mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates has a lot of scenes that are filmed in this, same kind of setting. So I've always loved the flashlights in this scene in this movie. It's all, I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I love how like ahead of its time I feel like this movie was, with Ellie Sattler. She's just so awesome, and the fact that she's just like looking at Hammond like, what? I can handle this. Look, she's, we'll talk about this later, and then, oh, Robert Muldoon coming out with the most jacked thighs you'll ever see. Like, and those socks, guaranteed before they open that door, he's like, wait, hold on. He reached down and he pulled them up, got those socks as high as he possibly could, and he wiggled his pants around, got them all high up. Oh. Look, I love Muldoon, but like what is he doing, man? He's just there to look good. We're being hunted, and I'm gonna do nothing about it. Love the music here, guys. It's subtle, jungle beats and stuff like that. Dum 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 dum. Muldoon never skipped leg day. Oh my god, you're so right. Dude, I lived for like a comic book that would be like all about Muldoon, and literally, everybody out there is like lifting like with their arms and stuff like that, and he is the only guy out there that's literally only doing legs. No, nothing else. Only legs. Muldoon invented like today. Oh god, you guys are killing me. Oh god. That's too funny. Oh man, when Grant and the kids are walking up, just look at the background. Like, it is beautiful. Like, this movie really excels because of the on location shooting, and it's not just like, you know green screened in or whatever. Same director, Steven Spielberg, filmed Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is a movie I love, but there's a lot of jungle sequences that look real bad. And a lot of them were filmed in jungle atmospheres, but I don't know what he did differently. Like, what did he do that made that one look so bad versus this just looking so real and good? Like, where is that Rex? I just want to know where that Rex is right now that it was just roaring in the distance. Because it looked like they just like climbed up like a huge hill or mountain to get to where they are. I you know what I never really understood about what Ellie's doing right now is she's moving slower than anyone has ever moved ever. She's she's going so slow. They're like follow the cables and she's like okay. I mean she's scared I guess, but like that was the slowest I've ever seen anybody move. Karen Jackson says, y'all saw the post on the page about Grant unintentionally signaling the T-Rex here. I like that. I actually never thought about that. So you mean when Grant does his little joke, ah, it's like him with like a pack of zombies or something. Like he made a little bit of noise and then like the Rex like heard him and there's like yelling back at him like I hear you, I hear you. Push to close. How many of you guys want to push these buttons and flip these switches? Like, I want to push all of those buttons. It's such a stupid thing. It's like the ice cream, like going up in that tree. I want to push all the buttons. The red ones, the green ones, the blue one. Is there a blue one? The blue ones? I don't know. I want to push them all. But like also, like I said, how slow she was moving. Also, do those faster. Do those buttons faster. One, two, three. Oh, flip the buttons faster, Ellie. Come on. Come on. Oh, why would I root for her to flip them faster? Tim would literally die. I mean, no, I guess not. But I love how close Grant was to the fence in that last scene. And then it cuts to Tim shooting off the fence 20 feet away. Now imagine how terrifying this is though. Like literally like put yourself in Grant's shoes here. That's horrifying. Also this with Ellie. Absolutely terrifying. To not know that raptor is going to come through that pipe or whatever. Horrifying. And it's like that Crash McCreary artwork come to life here with a fence in it. Oh, hey, Mr. Arnold, I'm here to help. Oh, nope. Ugh, so gross. Crash McCreary art come to life. Now, this is what you can imagine them doing out in their paddock. Destroying these fences. They got to move them into the controlled paddock so that they can fix the fences. This is literally a game of Jurassic World Evolution. Yeah, I know. I'm catching up on what I was rooting for there. Genozoic artist and Steven. I was rooting for her to do those buttons faster, but also that means Tim's getting electrocuted way faster. Um, so we talked about this before, about his one little quip here before dying. But one thing I love about him, about Muldoon getting attacked in this sequence, is how brutal it is. It is so brutal. Like, just listen and watch. Literally watch this. Like, it is horrifying. Oh my god. Like, it's not gory, but it's horrifying. Like, if you actually like replay that moment over and over, it's just terrifying. Like, it's a weird sped up looking pace there, and is just getting torn apart. And the raptor looks so visceral. It's so crazy. Look at I love the emotion on these kids here. Like, Lex is killing it. Look at her. She looks genuinely terrified and happy, at the same time for her brother. The artwork, guys, in this dining room, it's just beautiful. Did Dr. Sattler hear that attack? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she was just terrified. She was just running. I don't think she knew that he was getting brutalized there. I don't think so, but it's possible. I don't think it would have been going on that long. We heard him screaming at the top of his lungs, but I don't think she heard it. All that food in the dining room, what is it doing? Why is it there? And I know they like vacated this island real quick, but this food has been sitting out for like 9 hours, maybe more. But it looks delicious. It looks so good. One of the things about the sound design that has always been like one of those things for me, like the banana peel and like the clapping of the hands and stuff, is the spoon on the teeth sound. Who was that food for? I think it was honestly for all of them. Like it would have been after they come home or come back from the tour. The tour goes perfect. Everything goes fine. You've got the kids there. You've got the scientists. You got Gennaro. Everybody. I think they would have set up another. That was Alejandro's feast for them when they came back, I'm sure. So this kitchen scene, the Raptors. Well, I guess we'll get back to it, but the kitchen scene is a little questionable at times with the CG. But as far as door handles go, guys, I don't think you could ever look at one and not think about Raptors. So good. Like the Raptors in their physical versions look fantastic, look incredible. And there's the guy's hand. And there's the guy's hand. I don't know if you saw it on the raptor tail. The guy's hand on the raptor tail. Hilarious. What did I just say? Hilarious. Why is that not taken out of the movie? Oh, it's so funny. So, yeah, Raptors, little questionable with the CG elements here. Little strange. So, sorry, I got to stop pointing this stuff out to you guys so you don't notice these things. I don't want to ruin it for you. Love the Raptor tap. So this is an interesting sequence. Like, why is this sequence good with music and not just the suspense of the sounds of the room? Honestly, I wish there was a version without the music, just so we could hear and see how terrifying it is, or isn't. Maybe it really needs the music. But I think one of the things that really sells the music for this sequence is the theme. Dun 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 dun. The 4-note motif. Just, it's terrifying, and it really sells the horror and terror of these raptors. Looking a little goofy with the CG. Like, I know people like to rip on like the new dinosaurs, the new raptors, but man, did they look so much better than these CG raptors. Gotta say, sorry. I know I might hate a lot of people there, but, or, you know, get a lot of hate from people there, but man, they do look a lot better than these. Oh, love how they faked out the raptor there unintentionally. You know, the raptor caught wind of her getting in there and then just smashed its head. So brilliant. I love that. Steven, hey, Brad, I have a question for you. If you were trapped in a kitchen with a bunch of raptors, what would you do, and would you make it out alive? I don't know, man. I don't know what my answer is. Never thought about it. But yes, I know somebody pointed it out before. I forget who said it. But the fact that maybe it was Steven, I think, but the fact that the ice cream was gotten out of that freezer and left that puddle on the ground because they left the door open. Hammond, what are you doing? I mean, thank you. Thank you, Hammond. Again, I'm rooting for kids to be eaten. I'm sorry. Hammond, what are you doing, though? Like, with the door being left open, I guess he's just like, I mean, if it's going to go bad anyway. Might as well leave the door open. But, you know, such a great reveal. This is like fast-paced, guys. I know we might not be on the same moments here, but I'm just going for it. With the raptor at the door in the control room. Man, this is so amazing. And certainly Tim gets a lot of flack for just hopping around. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Not getting the gun, but like, I don't know. Would that have also felt right or no? And what would it have done in that moment? They're trying to close the door, not shoot it. You know, like, that's just not what's happening. I mean, never mind. He did say try to reach the gun, but like, it really wouldn't have helped them in that moment. Jurassic Dave, wait, Hammond lied about the ice cream? What did he lie about? Fill me in. I'm kind of confused. Look at this computer system. Man, is that... that is technologically advanced. Would Tim have the strength? Yeah, he would be able to lift it. It's not like that heavy. Look at all those things coming back online. And those locks are locked. I think we're back in business here, guys. Look, Lex killed it. This would have been a very gruesome movie if Lex was not a hacker. Oh, I know the Unix system was real, but I'm just saying, look at it. Well, what did he lie about, though? He just went out and pulled it out to eat himself and left the door open. Yeah. What did he lie about, though? Oh, man. Oh, look at those monitors. Like, the background on those monitors. Oh, it's amazing. So good. Oh, love this, you know, oh, look at that. The raptor with that DNA sequence all over it being projected. So cool. So cool. And this moment here where Lex falls through the roof, look at when Lex looks up. That's not Lex. I mean, this is, you can see that's not Lex's face in a bunch of moments, but they pasted her face on there. But there's a moment where she just barely looks up and you see it's absolutely not her. Yeah, Charity, Hammond's scream gets me. I love that visceral, just like scream. But like, what is he saying no to? Is he saying like, don't shoot my dinosaurs because I spent a lot of money on them? No, oh man, this is so fast paced. This is crazy to do commentary on. That raptor just waiting for them. Man, these guys are smart. Up on the ledge, so good. Oh God, it's so amazing. And them all spinning on the fossils. Oh, because he said it was melting. Maybe it was just an excuse to eat it. Maybe. Oh. Ah! Oh, this is like, guys, this is intense. The raptor coming under the curtain there, looking around. Oh, so good. Like, it's not many better moments in any movie than this whole, like, past 5-10 minutes. Like, the tension, the music, and then this switch of the score, because this is not how the score goes. Boom, the transition into that heroic Jurassic Park theme there. Now the focus is off the humans. It's on the T-Rex, who comes in through the giant gap in the wall with the tarp. You can see outside there. Ah. Giving Rexy those scars on her neck. Look at the dead raptor. Ah. I love Hammond. So have I. This is, oh my God, like the scratches on the neck and then, oh, just killing that raptor, throwing it through the, my God. And this is the best. The roar. Oh, man. I'm always out of breath, no matter if I'm doing a commentary or not. It's like the music, that like subtle, it like, it's a relief. It feels so relieving to finally have that breath, because like you haven't breathed for the past 5 minutes. And I feel so much for Hammond here. Like, it's heartbreaking. Him just looking off into the distance and being scared, jolted back into existence from Grant. You ever have that moment where, like, you know, in your real life where you're doing something and it's like intense, it's crazy, and then moments later it's just like silent? Like, you can feel for this right here. It's like, oh my God, literally 3 minutes ago, we were just faced off against several raptors, and then a T-Rex came in, and we almost got eaten by everybody, but we got out. Oh my God. And now there's condors flying away. It's brilliant. And like, look at Grant just like reflecting on everything that just happened just by looking at these condors. And here we are. The sun is setting on this day, and sweeping instrumental music is happening. And there's like a spider web on the camera. Why? I don't know. But that's it, guys. We faded to black. And the credits are rolling. Produced by Kathy Kennedy. Still like a huge, powerful figure today. Along with all of these people, really. But are they pelicans? Well, whatever. Whatever they are. I just said condors because he mentioned condors. Condors are on the verge of extinction. What if I was to bring back condors? Whatever they are. I don't know birds. I don't know much about birds. Wow. So good, guys. So good. We did it. We made it through. Been going on over 2 hours now. Man, that was fun, guys. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad so many of you stuck it out. Are we going right into the Lost World? Or we didn't? No, we're not. And Paleoraptor said we should do this again with the other movies. We are doing this again with the other movies. And it's not set yet, but I'm probably going to be setting it for next Monday. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, we'll be doing this again. We've got 4 more movies to do, plus Battle at Big Rock. Battle at Big Rock may be something that I just schedule a different day instead of like, devoting a whole thing to it. But man, guys, this was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys had a good time. Man, that was awesome. I know we can't literally sit around a TV all together right now. And, some people might be just literally by themselves. I'm sorry. But, this is the next best thing is getting around the computer, watching together, talking together. Yeah, it's awesome. And I'm so glad we have this ability to do this with you guys and watch together. I'm watching it on my computer, live streaming a video of myself with a background. I've got a green screen, and then I've got a live chat, and everything is happening. And thank you. Oh my God, Chewy Sanchez, thank you for the $10 on the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. This has been so much fun. And yeah, we're definitely going to be doing this again. I can't wait. I can't wait to do The Lost World, guys. I can't wait to do all of these movies. And honestly, like Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, only one I didn't mention was Jurassic Park 3, but we're going to be doing it, and it's going to be a short one. But I'm excited to do all of these movies. I think, honestly, the Jurassic Park 3 one would be pretty interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting, so I hope all of you are there for that one as well. So yeah, in like 2 weeks maybe. This feels like a podcast right now because I hear the score and it's like, you've been listening to the Jurassic Park podcast. Go to our Facebook page, blah, 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 all that good stuff that I say at the end of every show that I recorded way long ago. And I just put in an audio cue. But yeah, I am so excited. The Lost World it's literally neck and neck for me with this movie. It's very hard to say because this movie is just so good. But I think The Lost World, thank you, Julia. Thank you so much for the super chat. And that big thumbs up guy. Never seen one of those before. That's awesome. What is that, a bird? I don't know much about birds, but I love birds. What was I saying? Oh, The Lost World being one of my favorites. I love that movie so much, and I can't wait to talk about the tone. The comedy in that movie, I think, is so fun, and all the different characters, the world building of that movie. And yeah, it's like, it's got literally the best ending, I think. It's so good. I mean, how can I say that? Because of this ending that we literally just watched was incredible. But like, the ending of The Lost World is one of my favorite things. So I can't wait to watch that all with you guys next week. We're gonna do it. We're watching it next week. But yeah, if you guys have any tips or ideas or things you'd want to see for the next iteration of Let's Watch The Lost World, let me know. If you have any ideas or thoughts on how this one went, anything you'd like to see differently, let me know, of course. Definitely go to JurassicParkPodcast.com, find all of our stuff. And of course, guys, we want you to hashtag stay safe, stay Jurassic. Thanks to Tom Fishenden for that initiative. He put it forth over on JurassicParkPodcast.com. You can find his article. You can find a huge list of things to do during hashtag stay safe, stay Jurassic. And there's a big list. So thanks to Tom for putting that all together. But please go follow us online everywhere at Jurassic Park Pod on Twitter. You can follow myself at Brad Jost on Twitter as well. Facebook, Instagram, Jurassic Park Podcast. And make sure to join our Facebook group, the Facebook community for the Jurassic Park Podcast. And oh my God, thank you to Jurassic Jack. Thank you so much, man. It means so much. Julia, your daughter loves JP3. I don't know if your daughter stays up this late, or maybe you guys can watch it on, because this is going to be here. So if you didn't all catch this right away, it will be here on the channel. So keep an eye out later on. But man, the movie's over. Oh, the credits are done. Oh man. Thanks, guys. This has been a lot of fun. I didn't even, literally, let's not end it. Look, I have a field guide. I have so much stuff that I could still show you guys. A field guide, an InGen field guide with all kinds of different crazy stuff in here. Gallimimus, Compsognathus, welcome. All this crazy stuff. I got my original score. It's taped together. There's no album in there. I don't know where that is. Where is that? Oh, it's probably in my CD case. You guys remember those things? Those big pouches that you put CDs in? You guys remember CDs? I got this. Sega Genesis. Oh, it's in my CD case. No, it's right here. There it is. I should probably put that in there. This game is awesome, by the way. I also have the movie storybook. So good. It's got all kinds of images from the movie. Cool stuff. What else we got? Oh my! Some of them, I almost said Mattel. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Tal. I don't know what that equates to, but thank you so much. 50 Philippine dollars. Filipino. I don't know. Paying my admission, your admission. Oh, thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it, dude. My white shirt, Alan Grant, which is now yellow shirt. You can't really, it's not really picking up there. But this one was my favorite Alan Grant. He's just the most normal. White shirt. I loved it so much because it was a different version. Look at the blue. My God. Look, he's like green shirt now with blue sleeves. But it was just this thing, the same thing. Slightly different face, but just a white shirt. And I always loved the white shirt. We got Ellie here, which is one that I've picked up more recently. I never had Ellie as a kid, but I got Ellie there. I showcased my making of and my amazing drawings that were in this book. If you didn't see that, go back, watch how awesome of a drawer I was, an artist. We've got this. What is this? A book? Another book? What is this? The same thing? Welcome to Jurassic Park. I don't know. Like a little golden book kind of thing, I think. So it's like the same thing as the other one, but just smaller. And then, I don't know if you guys have this, but I don't know if this is even available anymore, but this La La Land Records Jurassic Park expanded score. So good. Oh, there you go. Jurassic Park. Where is it? Oh, man. Trading cards, guys. Jurassic Park trading cards. So good. Oh, that's the back, huh? Oh, they're upside down. This one, I love this one. Where's it? The Brachiosaurus over here. How do I shape this up to the camera? And then here's some, I don't know if these were in there before, but Kenner ones too. And the baby trike. Got 2 of those. And lastly, I guess, a coloring book. I love that image. I love it so much. Oh. Is this mine? I'm assuming this is mine. Look at how good I am, guys. Did I color in the lines? Look at that. What are those kneecaps? Why did I only color the kneecap? And green. Is this mine? I'm assuming. Colored the trees. Look at how good I is. Can you find 20 eggs? I found them. I found them. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, no, this is not mine. Wait, or maybe it is mine and my cousin. That's probably more likely. He autographed this page here. Hey, Danny. Hey, Danny, dude. Look at how good he colored this, man. Danny killed it. You can hear him in some of the very early episodes of the podcast. Dennis Nedry. Exactly how he looks in the movie. Man, am I good at coloring. Wow, look at this one. I mean, that is spot on. That's fantastic. Oh, now we're talking here, guys. Look at that. That is great. Oh no, what was that page? Ripped out. Oh wow, I'm good, guys. Look at that. Woo, killing it. Dennis Nedry, look at those pants, dude. Great pants. Now, I cannot attest for whoever did this. That's probably my sister. Oh boy. Now, guys, I was thinking about hybrid raptors way ahead of time. Look at that thing. Look at that. That's Velociraptor Zeta. I don't know. I couldn't think of any other. Omega. Gamma. That's Gamma. Oh, that's definitely Gamma. Look at that. That's Gamma right there. Oh, this raptor's having a great time. It's just cracking up, dude. And it's bleeding all over the place. Oh, this is funny. I don't remember this part. Was when that raptor was just like, oh, I jumped the wrong spot. When fossils ruled the earth. So that's it, guys. That's everything. I hope you had a fun time here. Maybe I'll pull out more of my Lost World stuff next time. But thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Genozoic Artist. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all you for sticking around here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do I have any JP Pogs? I probably do. I just don't know where my Pogs are right now. They're in probably in the next room over, but in a box somewhere. But I definitely... Oh, wait. I don't know where they are, but I definitely have them. Yeah, and my mom, man, I spent a fortune on this Jurassic Park stuff. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. I know. Thank you. Thank you. There's not blood on that raptor that was having a grand time. It was just the ice cream it slipped in. Oh, guys. All right. This has been so much fun, guys. Thank you so much. And man, well, how long have we been doing this? 2.5 hours? I feel like still just as energized. Maybe it was all that coffee I drank, but I can't wait. The Lost World, I think it's a little bit longer, right? We're gonna do that. We're gonna have fun with the Lost World, and yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on all those social channels that I told you about before. Stay tuned for more information about the Lost World, and please go to our Jurassic Park community. If you go to JurassicParkPodcast.com, there is a link up on the navigation. It says podcast community. Just click on that. It'll take you right to our Facebook group. Join up. Remember to add to answer those 2 questions. Who is a contributor and who is an actor from the movie? Very simple questions. If you don't answer them, we deny the request. Sorry, but go back and answer them. If I deny you, just maybe you forgot to answer them, go back and answer them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So why don't I pipe in some music here to end on? It's been fun, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, and enjoy.